Hi everyone, this is Miss Bari from the Avon Park Library, and today I'm going to show you how to make this paper whale. Now for today's project, you're going to need a ruler, a scissor, a marker or pen or pencil to write with, and of course your paper. Now you can use any paper you want. I made this whale from a public circular that I got in the newspaper. And then I made this one from a gift bag that I had received that I just cut out. So any type of paper can be used to make your whale today. So press pause, get your supplies ready, and then come back. Alrighty, the first step is going to be to make a square out of our paper. We're going to make a 6x6 square. So we're going to take our ruler and we're going to keep it as straight as we can, and we're going to just make a couple of dots at the number 6. And we're going to do one there and one here and one here, and then we'll do one more. And then of course we have to do it in the other direction as well. So we're going to turn our paper around, put our ruler out, and we're going to make some marks at 6 inches. When you're doing origami or kirigami, which is really what this is, you need to have a perfect square. Now what that means is that all 4 sides have to be equal and all 4 angles are equal. And I'm just going to give myself another dot so that it makes my cutting easier, because I see that I didn't go far enough. Now we're going to get our scissors and we're going to cut. Now we have our 6x6 square, and what we're going to do is we're going to fold it on the diagonal, which means we're going to take the top left and bottom right corners and meet them together. Now when you're doing any type of folded paper art, you want to make sure that you're folding it properly and matching all of the corners together. This corner we need to bisect, meaning we cut it in half. And the same thing on this side. We need to make sure that our fold bisects the angle or cuts it in half, and that all of our edges are together. Now we're going to open our paper and we're going to take those 2 corners again, the top left and the bottom right, and we're going to fold them towards the center, and we're going to make sure that we line it up with that center crease that we just made. And making sure to bisect these angles or cut them in half perfectly. Well, as perfectly as we can get. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. This is a pretty easy first origami or kirigami. You're going to see why we call it kirigami when we use our scissor again. Alrighty. So now if we fold that paper in half, we can see we're starting to get a whale shape. But the head over here looks a little weird, doesn't it? So we're going to open this back up again. And we're going to take this point and we're going to fold it to meet the other paper. So we're going to keep that center crease even with this center line here, and then we're going to fold it. And now when we fold it in half, we can see that it takes on the whale shape. We're going to take this time to use our fingernails, and we're going to make our folds very sharp at the top and at the bottom of our whale. Now we're going to fix the whale tail. So we're going to take this part and we're going to fold it up like this. You want to try to make a right angle with the top of the whale and the tail when you fold it up. And then we're going to make sure we get that crease as good as we can because it's quite thick. We're going to flip it over and we're going to take that crease that we made and fold it back on itself. So we're just making the same one on the other side. When you're doing paper folding, the creases are the important part. We're making the creases for our next step. We're building one step on top of the other. Now, this is the tricky part to get that tail right. You're going to hold your whale body and you're going to open it up just slightly and flip that tail upwards. So these two creases that we made are going to fold back on themselves, and this center crease is going to fold backwards as well. I'm going to do that one more time. Right? We're going to flip the tail up. These two creases that we just made are going to fold backwards, and the center crease is also going to fold in on itself. Now it's looking much more like a whale. And this is why we call this kirigami instead of origami, because we're going to use our scissor again. And we're going to just make a nice little cut right there in the middle of that tail. Whoops, if I can get it right. And then we're going to lay this flat back down, and we're just going to take that front part and fold it down. And there you go. Now, if you made some mistakes like Miss Bari did, it's okay, since this is kirigami, to just go ahead and cut them off so that it makes your whale look better. And now for the last part, we're going to get that marker, or you can use a pen or a pencil, and we're going to make him smile. So right about where that is, that little point over there, that corner, we're going to go in a little bit and make a nice big eye. And then we're going to make our nice smiley face, and we're going to flip it over and do it on the other side too, because whales, just like people, have two eyes. And then we're going to make the smile. And there you go. A very simple, cute little paper whale. Now, if you want to learn more about origami, or if you want to read more about whales, you can come into the library. We have books on origami. We have non-fiction books all about whales and dolphins and other sea creatures. We also have some cool fiction books all about whales. And my favorite, this movie, The Whale Rider. So come on into the library and check out some materials.